We'll talk about the prophets, the screens, inshallah. As you can see, there is tools. It's quite realistic. These are similar to holograms. We know that all of these tools you see around you existed at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We can prove it with hadith, authentic narrations. When you click here, you have one of the narrations. This is a hadith in Bukhari Muslim. Aisha, she narrated that one day Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came inside the house while the burma was on the fire. She mentioned burma. Burmatun ala nar. That's very easy. We can affirm with that the existence of something called a burma in the house of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What was a burma used for? It's as if you say a handi, or some cooking pot made of clay or stone. There's other narrations in which Aisha was asked about how many times she used to open the fire in the house of Rasulullah, and she answered that months used to pass without cooking, not even once. So moons, she actually said, moons meaning at least 2 months. And we know that she was asked what would he eat, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she answered, al-aswadan. What is al-aswadan? Dates and water. That's a very high level of asceticism. And you know that sometimes, and from his habits was that he will come home after Fajr, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he will ask Aisha, do you have something to eat? She will say no. What do we say then? I am fasting. So that's how he was. Not really wanting this dunya. He could have been richer than the kings of Persia, but that's not what he wanted. The Sahaba became rich from the conquest of Persia, and they were crying, some of them, when they saw all of this wealth in front of them. And this is what you call al-anaza, a walking stick, but that's a special one. They had also asa. Asa is the basic walking stick. So this is something that has a story. From what's been narrated, it's been given by al-Najashi, the Abyssinian king, right? The Negus we call him, to one of the Sahaba, Az-Zubayr ibn al-Awam, who would have given it to Muhammad sallallahu when he came to Medina. So Rasulullah sallallahu when he was old in age, had that anaza, which was a very particular walking stick, and he used it for other purposes. We know that there is narrations of him planting his anaza in front of him when he wanted to pray Eid Salah in the Musalla. So there was nothing in front of him, so he planted his walking stick, and the Musalla started with Rasulullah. What is this one in Midra? Who can guess?
Come. It's written
It's
there,
written,
brother.
Exactly. Many people they say fork straight away without reading. At the time they were eating with their hands. That's the Sunnah Aslan. This was used to comb the hair and also to scratch the back as well. Right? This is a rumh, a spear. It's similar to that was used by a Bakshi to kill Hamza radiallahu anhu, right? So in the army they had this. This is what we call al-mighfar. Muhammad sallallahu wore that in which battle? Who can guess? Did you study a little bit about the battle of Uhud? This thing that entered his cheeks, sallallahu. That was this one that were holding both sides of the mighfar. And what's interesting is that Rasulullah sallallahu in the battle of Uhud wore al-mighfar and also wore 2 armors, dirah. You can see just behind over there. And the dirah over there, some say it's like 70 kg. So more than 100 something on his body. That's how strong he was. And what's even more interesting is that he is Rasulullah. He is Sayyid al-Mutawakkilin, the one who puts his trust the most in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Did he go in the fight and say, touch me to the Quraysh without defending? No. He took the means of defense, and that's tawakkul. You cannot say, I'm trusting Allah and drive a bike at 300 kilometers without wearing a helmet. That's you playing with your life. Tawakkul is also taking the means, making dua and acting. That's what you're supposed to do. I need to interact a little bit, inshallah. Please take your time. We're going to go to the cinema in 1 minute. Tafaddalu.
Inshallah.
Acho que é só ele.
You can join the cinema if you want to join the cinema, inshallah.